Hey guys, we are now here at the Ultraviolette hangar, the UV hangar. We're here to pick up the F77 for our long-term review. Well, this is not the bike. It just looked cool charging, so we stood here. So let's go in and pick up our bike. So guys, we are at the UV hangar, and while we wait for our bike to get ready for our electric ride, we thought we'll check out the accessories available. Let's start with the first one. This is the aero disc. Basically, it fits onto the rear wheel of the motorcycle. We're getting it fixed on our bike as well. We'll tell you how it looks, or we'll show you how it looks while riding as well. And then much needed lever guards. We're getting this fixed on our bike as well. So much needed safety, for bumping into people in the traffic. The panniers, we're not getting it right now. We'll be getting a little bit later, but these are basically designed to hold the charger as well. Again, something much needed. These are the tank grips. Much needed. Why? Because the F77 has got a little bit of more committed riding position, right? So you don't want the weights coming onto your palms. So the tank grips provide you that extra grip for you to hug the tank and take some much needed weight off your palms. And finally, we have the rear sets. This is purely in case you want something more aggressive riding position. You're taking this motorcycle to the track. So these allow you to fine tune your rear pegs up to different heights so that it's much more optimized for your riding style and your height and feet length, etc, etc. So apart from these, there are a couple of other interesting stuff also they're working on, which they're not telling me right now. But yeah, I'll try and get some questions in and get what's out. So moving on. Finally out on the road with the Ultraviolette F77. We rode it mostly during the launch. That was at Nandi Hills and a little bit at the track as well. That time we loved it. But yeah, I always wanted to know how it is to ride it on the street like this, because ultimately this is supposed to be your everyday ride. It's an electric bike and it's supposed to be a fun everyday ride. So right now we just took it out of the showroom. Glide mode, which is basically the economy mode. I'm just seeing if that's enough for the commute. Throttle response is smooth. Maybe once we get a little bit of open highway, we'll put it into combat, and I really want to test out the ballistic mode again. Things get mental at that time. Yep, so typical Bangalore traffic. In fact, it's actually quite less. Yep, and we are jammed in. Yeah, while we're here, well, riding position is, it's a bit committed. Not too bad. You need to really sit forward, hug the tank, and like I told you before, we have the accessories also coming in for tank grip, so that should also help. Yeah, you can get other tank grips as well. Yeah, but you need to really hug the tank to get the weight out of your palms. And away we go, some free space. Oh yeah, glide is good enough for city. It pulls decently well. I thought it would be proper eco mode, no fun. But yeah, this is good. This is fast enough for the city. I'm pretty much riding like I normally would. I don't feel any lack of power in the glide mode. Got a lot of traffic. Oh, interesting signal. We have Auntie. It's quite nimble in traffic. I mean, if by now you've seen me just going in between all of this stuff. It's quite good. It's quite good. I thought it would be a bit tricky with the committed position, and nope, a well balanced motorcycle. So right now we are down to about 83% since we started. Yeah, it's showing 186, so it was probably about 190 when we started, so more than enough to reach home. It's about 30 kilometers away. Yeah, so one thing quite clear is that off the line, the punch in the glide mode is not as much as the compact or the ballistic mode. Of course, it has been kept that way. I mean, that's good for city, and in fact I'm getting good range out of it as well in this range, so that's good. Yeah, Hero. It's fun in the city. I mean, it's more fun than I really thought it would be. It's much more fun. It's really nimble, much more nimble than I thought, much more nimble than from my first impressions. I'm really enjoying it. It's good. Where we go? guys, we are back at the office. We just picked up the Ultraviolette F77. We rode it in traffic. So one thing I was really keen to do was actually ride it in traffic, because during the review we actually rode it at the track, and then we actually rode it in, at the hills,
the guard section
and the guard section. So everything seems fine on the track. Any bike technically, unless it's that bad. You buy this basically an electric bike, you want it to be a commuter, right?
Yeah, day-to-day usage as well.
Day-to-day usage.
So that's where we tested.
Riding in the city was something that I was really looking forward to, because only then you'll really know, is it comfortable, can it handle, is it easy to go around. If you guys are from Bangalore, you know that Ultraviolette office is located close to Domlo. Peak traffic, we exited the place around at 4:30.
Yeah.
Happy to report, one thing that I really want to check out is how the ride modes behave. Like for example, we have 3 ride modes, right?
Yeah.
We have the glide, we have the compact, and we have the ballistic.
ballistic.
So is the glide mode enough for traffic? Will it feel too underpowered?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy to say that the glide feels much, it feels really good, and that's all that is needed in traffic conditions. Yes, you miss out on the acceleration little bit. Sometimes you really want to fill that gap so that the other guy doesn't cut you in. Maybe that's one spot, but then you get maximum range, right? You don't want to lose too much range while wasting time in traffic. So with glide, you don't feel it's underpowered. Once it gets going, you can easily manage around in traffic. So that's one good thing. Second is, does it feel heavy? Or do you feel, is it nimble? So in that way, again, I had no issues. It's easy, it feels light. All the weight is actually quite low, center of gravity. That way it feels very nimble, it's quite flickable. So one more thing that I was really concerned about was the riding position, because it is a little bit sporty position, right? You are kind of a committed position. So in city traffic, does that have an impact on how it rides? So I was actually quite comfortable on it. Yes, it is a bit committed, but right out of the showroom when we took it, it did feel a little bit committed, because I'm tall and I have to.
You need just some time to.
But you need to get used to it. You need to hug the tank, take weight off your palms, but within maybe about 2-3 kilometers of riding, you sort of get used to it.
When I rode it, I never felt that issue, because maybe I am not tall as you. I didn't feel that committed. Yes, it's a bit committed, sporty riding position, but for me it was comfortable.
So you're probably, if you're taller, you have a much more longer. You need to bend yourself. It depends on rider, but I got used to it, man. 5-6 kilometers down the line, it was comfortable. I was doing my usual.
So even if traffic, if you have slow moving traffic, do you feel?
No, not at all actually. Once you get used to it and you're comfortable, you need to learn how to sit. You need to sit a little bit closer to the tank, hug it, take weight.
Once you get the technique right, then
then it's all cool.
Okay.
Then it's just comfortable. We took it. Our office is about 30 kilometers away.
Yeah.
We started at, I think it was close to some 80-90% of charge.
Yeah.
And it was showing close to 200 plus kilometers at that time. So by the time we reached office, it was still showing close to 170, 160, 170 something. Pretty much how much we rode.
Yeah, and we were in slow moving traffic.
We were only in the last maybe 5-6 kilometers.
We were able to
really open it up.
Check out the ballistic.
Put it into ballistic mode and really open it up. But range as expected. Of course, we put in ballistic, you see the range come down quite quickly.
We were shooting, and after our shoot was over, you just changed it to ballistic and you just flew away.
It's very addictive, man. The vehicle behaves so differently. Once you give the throttle, it's like
gone.
And I'm sure it almost feels like they have to curb the power. I'm very sure that the motor and that battery is capable of much more. I think they can really. It feels like that it can do much more. That's all. Maybe performance upgrade later on.
Maybe.
But
so the thing is that we were shooting on the way back, and once we reached the highway, the moment we told even the shooters that, he just flew away, just like that.
I'm done. I'm going ballistic. Boom, gone.
And we were also, we were not also on a slow bike. We were on a Mojo 300. It's capable to do speeds, but still, the acceleration was kick-ass. Just went just like
the acceleration is just beautiful, and it's refined. There is no vibration. There's no other sound. See, already there's no engine sound. So if there is any other extra sound, you will hear it.
Yeah.
So it's refined. There's nothing. It's just a smooth acceleration, and you're gone. Before you know it, it's like gone.
So how easy to change modes and all?
It's all on the go. You just cut throttle, change mode. It's instant. So that's a very beautiful feeling. You don't need to. The most old school technique is you have to stop the bike to change the mode. This is all on the fly.
On the fly.
Cut throttle, go. Compact actually is really good. I thought compact would not give an adrenaline rush, but I think most people are just going to put it in compact. They won't even put it in glide.
I felt it is best of both.
Yeah, best of
world.
both worlds. You still have enough acceleration. You have good top speed as well.
And you have a good range also.
Yeah, you have initial response is also quite good, and range is also quite good during that time. So I think compact is the best mode. It's a good trade-off between power and range that you get from it. So it's a good option. So we have the bike with us for I think close to 3 months. We'll be putting some good kilometers on it. We have some plans of touring with it. We're still figuring out the logistics on that because we are people with range anxiety, but I'm sure the bike is going to handle it well. But yeah, we're just going to figure that out. So a lot of interesting stuff coming with the Ultraviolette F77.
We have the laser color options. We have because I felt maybe my perspective, I felt this is good for the shoot and all that. That color it's actually bright and stands out. So I felt this color looks best.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Basically, there are 3 color options: airstrike, shadow, and laser. Laser looks the best.
Okay.
But
well, everybody thinks the same.
but that said, even the other 2 colors, they look like a muted color options, right?
They are more subtle. I like the shadow for a subtle. For the shoot, I told laser is actually standing out. It looks good and all because from a DOP perspective, I told you that. But personally, if you ask me, I like the shadow most.
Yeah, it's
very subtle.
You can get a grunge look from it, some night shots and some.
It's not screaming actually. It's there and subtle.
That street hawk kind of a vibe.
Yeah,
it's nice. So yeah, again, more stuff coming up.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.